Liverpool may have just been handed a major decision to make over one of the club's most important players. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Despite expectations that Alisson would remain Liverpool's undisputed number one after a proposed move to Juventus collapsed earlier this summer, fresh reports have reignited speculation over his future. Interest from the Saudi Pro League has resurfaced, with Al Qadsiya, Al Ittihad and Al Hilal all said to be monitoring the Brazilian situation ahead of the new season. The links are particularly intriguing because Al Qadsiya are now managed by former Liverpool boss Brendan Rodgers, who recently brought long-serving Reds goalkeeping coach John Achterberg onto his coaching staff. Achterberg worked alongside Alisson for 15 years at Anfield, making a reunion a fascinating possibility should Saudi interest become more concrete. Meanwhile, Al Hilal also have growing Liverpool connections behind the scenes, with Richard Hughes expected to take over as sporting director after the transfer window closes, while his close associate Simon Francis is already playing a key role in recruitment. Liverpool's stance, however, remains clear. The club have no intention of forcing Alisson out and believe they are in a strong position, with the goalkeeper reportedly happy to remain at Anfield and showing no desire to push for a transfer. But here's where things become interesting. While a Saudi move is currently described as unlikely, reports suggest Liverpool's position could change if they receive an exceptional offer. With Alisson entering the final year of his contract and set to turn 34 in October, the Reds could at least be tempted to listen should a bid comfortably exceed the £12.8 million figure previously reported in Italy. It's a scenario Liverpool may have to think long and hard about. The club have already planned for the future by bringing in Georgi Mamardashvili as Alisson's long-term successor. But the Jurgen has yet to fully convince during his opportunities between the posts. That means Andoni Iraola still has every reason to keep faith in the Brazilian as Liverpool's first choice goalkeeper heading into the new campaign. Mamardashvili has already returned for pre-season and will be eager to impress the new Liverpool boss, especially as the Reds search for yet another goalkeeping coach following Xavi Valero's departure. For now, Alisson remains Liverpool's number one, but with Saudi Arabia once again circling, and Liverpool reportedly willing to consider only an enormous offer, this is a transfer story that could gather serious momentum before the window slams shut. At this stage, nothing suggests Alisson is actively looking to leave Anfield, and Liverpool are determined to keep one of the world's best goalkeepers. But the fact the club could be open to a blockbuster bid means this saga is far from over. If Saudi clubs decide to test Liverpool's resolve with a huge offer, the Reds could soon face one of the biggest decisions of their summer. In other news, Liverpool's search for the next global superstar may have taken them to Mexico, but completing a deal is proving far more complicated than simply making an approach. The Reds have reportedly registered their interest in teenage sensation Gilberto Mora after his outstanding performances at the World Cup catapulted him onto the radar of Europe's biggest clubs. At just 17 years old, the midfielder has rapidly established himself as one of the most exciting young talents in world football, and Liverpool are now among a growing list of elite sides monitoring his progress. However, despite the growing excitement surrounding a potential move to Anfield, Liverpool have already encountered two major obstacles that make a transfer this summer appear highly unlikely. Firstly, FIFA regulations prevent Mora from making the move to Europe until he turns 18, immediately delaying any hopes of an imminent transfer. Secondly, the Mexican wonder kid recently committed his future to boyhood Club Tijuana by signing a new contract running until 2029, handing the Liga MX side significant control over any future negotiations. While Liverpool are keeping a close eye on the teenager, they are far from alone. According to sources close to the player, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, and Chelsea have all joined the race for the highly rated midfielder, setting up what could become one of the fiercest transfer battles in world football once Mora becomes eligible to move. Speaking to the media, sources explained that Liverpool have simply registered an interest at this stage, with virtually every European heavyweight expected to compete for the Mexican prodigy when the timing is right. Rather than forcing a move this summer, interested clubs are now expected to position themselves ahead of the January window, when Mora will be much closer to his 18th birthday, and a transfer becomes a far more realistic possibility. Liverpool's admiration for Mora also highlights the club's long-term recruitment strategy under Andoni Iraola. While the Spaniard is eager to strengthen his first-team squad immediately, the Reds remain determined to secure the world's brightest young talents before their value skyrockets. Alongside their pursuit of an established left-back, right-winger, and holding midfielder this summer, Liverpool are also planning for the future, and few youngsters currently possess a higher ceiling than Gilberto Mora. Whether the Reds can eventually beat Europe's elite to his signature remains to be seen, but one thing is already clear. Liverpool have entered the race for one of football's most sought-after teenage superstars. The race for Gilberto Mora is only just beginning, and while Liverpool have made their interest known, landing the Mexican sensation will be anything but straightforward. With Europe's biggest clubs circling, contractual hurdles to overcome, and a move impossible until he turns 18, patience could prove to be Liverpool's greatest weapon. But what do you think? Should Liverpool do everything they can to secure Gilberto Mora's signature? Or should the club focus its resources on strengthening the first team instead? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.